So Aristolochia clematitis. Aristo means better and lochia means to give birth. So this is how initially it was used as a home remedy to kind of induce birth, or in amenorrhea it would be used. Just have a look how it is as well. Interestingly, it is of a shape of the uterus. I give a lot of importance to who proved it, who started using it often, because they give the major idea. So always every remedy try to understand who proved it. A lot of provings of these kind of remedies has been done by Masger from Brazil. We need to understand who Masger was, what he did. There was also another homeopath, Stephenson, who did a lot of provings again. We have to go through all this literature, my friends. So, Aristolochia clematitis, the proving was done by Masger, and what he did some provings on 18 provers, out of which 13 were women, and he did in different provings. And let's see what the provings made. The other interesting new provings were done by Robbins from Australia. So a lot of mind rubrics of Aristolochia have come from Robbins. The main thing where I saw Dr. Sarkar prescribing initially, what I learned, was in almost 75% of cases of PCOD or infertility, where the patients, especially in Bengal, have taken hormonal pills or too many hormonal pills or too many estrogen pills. He would start with the remedy Aristolochia clematitis. He would tell me this is the main indication. Never well since OC pills. And you can also read about this in Vermeulen, who have also spoken about this. So this is the major single indication on which it was prescribed. Now we will try to understand its drug picture. First of all, Aristolochia, and we will try to go to the depth. I want to introduce you this remedy, my friends. Aristolochia clematis is an insect-eating plant. Now, there are different type of homeopathic remedy: insect-eating plants and plant using insect. Now, Drosera is more of a insect-eating plant. Okay, while Aristolochia, I correct myself, is a plant using insect. Interesting. It belongs to the Nux moscata family. That's Magnolia. So it has some symptoms of Nux moscata as well. So, what are the main indications for Aristolochia clematis? Is it has a kind of a compound magnoflorine and Cocculus tribolus. So they have a kind of a paralytic kind of substance. So what is sphere of action? Let's try to understand sphere of action. This remedy is not given in Boger, but British homeopathic journals have spoken very highly about it. Right about 50 to 100 years back. Let's see. A lot of action on urinary tract. So cystitis, polyuria. But the main action is on the generative sphere. Amenorrhea, delayed menarche, menopausal arthritis, sterility, infertility. Remember it to be a top remedy for infertility. If you are having cases of infertility which are not getting solved by pulsatilla and sepia, if pulsatilla and sepia indicated, remember this remedy, Aristolochia clematis. Special action on male genital tract, gastrointestinal tract. It's also an important remedy for IBS. Also, it has special action for injuries, infected wounds like calendula, chronic eczemas, varicose ulcers. Whitmont was the main person who has written about it. He calls Aristolochia to have a trio of symptoms. He says it's a hybrid of sepia like mind state, pulsatilla like physical state, and arnica like injury. Let's try to understand everything step by step. One of the key notes of Aristolochia is like lachesis, they are better during periods. And Masger writes, amelioration from return of suppressed menses. They are aggravated mentally before during menses, like lacan, like magnesium. They are very chilly, better by hot, but worse from cold as well in some areas. Headache is better by cold. But generally, overall, the patient also generally better by cold air. There is a 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. aggravation like Kali. Okay, now let us try to understand a little bit about the mind state. They have desire for open air. Like I told you, physical state is like pulsatilla. Let's try to understand the deeper mind state. Their main feeling is of restriction, bound, obstacle feeling, hindered feeling. So you will see a lot of rubrics. Delusion bound with chains. Delusion ligament made of wire. Dreams effort unsuccessful. Dreams difficulty. Dreams obstacle. So there's an obstacle hindered feeling. Not being let to do what they want to do. Often Aristolochia patients who I've treated would tell me that I am not being led to do what I want to do. A little bit like will contradiction of like CPA. You can see this how in the repertory it comes. The other interesting rubrics like CPR, you can see indifference to family, indifferent to children, indifferent to loved ones, irritability when questioned, weeping before menses, shame, dreams of animals, dreams sexual, dreams of rape, company aversion to, masculine body, abused feeling, disgust with relatives. So this is like CPR indifference. Have a look. We have a remedy which is like CPR. Now we also have to know how to differentiate it, which I will talk to you about. Interesting, but make a note of it. The other interesting feeling is there is a detached feeling, cut off feeling, as if now they cannot get connected to anyone. They can at some point can also become suicidal, but strong, detached, discontented, cut off feeling, as if there is a division between themselves and the world. You can see very nicely in the rubrics. But the main thing which I saw is they have some sensitivity about their physical appearance, which is also interesting because even sepia have the feeling that they are ugly. But this person is more like sepia and lacan, where they feel their physical body parts are very, very ugly, untidy. Desire to wash hands. So they have a constant desire to wash hands because they feel they are dirty. Constantly they feel their body parts are enlarged. There's a very interesting rubric. Delusion body parts, masculine her body part looks. Delusion dirty, delusion dirt. Imagine is enlarged. Imagine the lips are swollen up. See, lips as a woman is important to for a kind of a important closeness with the partner. They feel that mammae are big or small. So they dreams of rape. That's also another. So there is a lot of physical dirt feeling. You can see how it comes into the rubrics. Constant feeling that body parts are dirty. So you see a lot of things now, Aristolochia. You see that there is a indifferent, detached feeling, disgust feeling. There's a kind of history of abuse, shame feeling, ugly feeling about themselves. And there are important physical symptoms. Now this is very important for a prescriber to know. First of all, it's a top remedy for amenorrhea. So if a lady is staying in a prison or a camp and there is no menses for a very long time, first remedy, Aristolochia. It is also given in a very, very heavy dysmenorrhea. Urinary organ, top remedy for pyelitis, especially aggravated by cold. They're very chilly. In any cases where there is suppressed menses with not clear symptoms of pulsatilla, remember the remedy Aristolochia. It's also a very important remedy for acne, furunculosis. This is a very hormonal remedy. Aristolochia is totally hormonal remedy. So when the menses get suppressed, acne, furunculosis, skin getting affected, remember this. IBS, again hormonal state. But what I've seen mentally, they will say, I feel very sensitive. I am almost childlike. Childlike sensitiveness, rawness, unable to take smallest decision. Very, very sensitive, very fragile feeling. Stabbing pain, they will often say. Interestingly, they come into a magnolia family, which Dr. Sankaran has put into a magnolia family with nuts moscata. And the main feeling is confusion, beclouded, strange. And they feel, अरे ये क्या है? ये क्या अजब चीज है? That's the main feeling. And they tend to withdraw. You can see how Aristolochia looks. So I want to tell you about one of my cases which was not doing well, a case of infertility. And I was struggling because I had given her pulsatilla initially with her sensitivity, etc. And at some point, due to her family issues, she was very abused. and physically she was treated very badly. She felt a lot of detached feeling, indifference feeling, and she for 2 years she was not getting menses, and obviously this was also due to secondary cause hormonal. With Aristolochia, fantastically, her menses first came back, and slowly, steadily, her state of mind changed. She was pregnant and she had a baby. This I've learned majorly. This remedy is dedicated to Dr. Sarkar. He taught me this remedy. This is my email ID. You write to me what you think about it. Thank you.